The other one. Make sure that's on. Yep. Oh, wait. Ah, hello, random people. Let's make sure everything works. Can you hear the mic me speaking right now? Hey Zaid, how are you today? Ah, perfect. Can you hear the file, the thing?
The Chase by Kudzu Haiku.
Good lord, don't say that. It makes me think it's too loud or something. Is it too loud? I'll turn it down. Volume of the recording is much higher than you talking. Okay, I'll give it a little tweak.
The Chase by Kudzu Haiku.
How is that? Is that much better? It's okay, but your voice is still low. How about that? Is that any better? I turned it up a bit. Fucking creaky chair. Nope. Is that any better? Because as the fucking guy in the thread who said that the background static was too loud, so I thought I'll just turn the fucking thing down. Hey, Bleeding, good to see her in the thing. Along with the four other gentlemen. Whatever, let's begin. So this is the chase chapter. Hello, MCA Som. How are you today, my friend? Whatever. So this is The Chase by Kudzu Haiku. And as I'm editing any mistakes that I've made as I go along, you can add edit suggestions if you'd like. And I'm a little drunk. So let's begin.
The Chase by Kudzu Haiku. Chapter.
Fuck, the background static is loud. I'm gonna get rid of that. That's the one? Yes. It's as if you're drunk, does that mean you're less likely to turn down terrible suggestions? Just don't do anything racist and I'm good, okay? Alright? Now, that does not include anything in relation to Trump. If you have something in relation... What am I even talking about?
The Chase by Kudzu Haiku. Chapter...
Get rid of that fucking click.
The Chase by Kudzu Haiku. Chapter 2.
I'm glad you said that. There's a YouTube here. I have a feeling that might be copyrighted, so I'll take a look at that afterwards.
Kudzu Haiku. Chapter 2, with 2,254 words.
Get rid of that.
Bucky looked up at the mare looking down at him, looking her right in the eye. Her ears had flopped down over her face as she was looking down at him. For a brief moment, Bucky found this attractive. There was no denying that. Something about a mare's face over your own, looking down at you, her ears and her mane framing her face.
Just fucking listen to what these two have to say about the cultural differences between their two tribes. Just fucking listen.
You chased me, accused Bucky. You ran, replied Derpy. You tried to crush me, grunted Bucky. I was trying to thank you, explained Derpy. You chased me, accused Bucky. I was trying to thank you.
There we go. Get rid of that little old thing.
Explained Derpy. You nearly broke my bones, Bucky shouted. He shouted. I was trying to show you my appreciation, Derpy shouted back. By breaking my bones? Bucky replied. No, not that, said Derpy in wounded tones. A hug is only as good as the pressure applied. I really wanted to say thank you for being kind, explained Derpy.
And the dialogue is fucking riveting.
Bucky lay there for a few minutes, looking very confused. I'm sorry if I really hurt you. I just wanted to say thank you, said Derpy sadly, her features now downcast. You could have just said so, muttered Bucky. But I did say so, replied Derpy, now looking like she was on the verge of tears. A few words. Looking like she was on the verge of tears. A few words would do, snarked Bucky. We Pegasi think words are meaningless, and we rely on physical action, explained Derpy.
Isn't that the second time in a row he uses blah blah, she explained. You're right. That is the second time. But let me tell you the thing. We Pegasi think words are useless or whatever she said. Hold on.
So, replied Derpy. But I did say so, replied Derpy, now looking like she was on the verge of tears. A few words would do, snarked Bucky. We Pegasi think words are meaningless, and we rely on physical action.
We Pegasi think words are meaningless and rely on physical action. So what the fuck? Words are still fucking words. They're still noises that come out of your mouth. You need to use words. You can't just rely on physical action. Otherwise, there's gonna be misunderstandings all over the fucking place. You know what I fucking mean?
We Pegasi think words are meaningless, and we rely on physical action, explained Derpy, one tear sliding down her muzzle and then landing on Bucky's muzzle.
It's like, what the fuck? What society would survive longer than 5 fucking minutes?
As the tears splashed on his muzzle, two things happened. Bucky suffered a painful epiphany. Bucky suffered a painful epiphany.
You're trying to argue about the worth of words with the person who has used almost 3 million of them to tell the story. You have a good point, Zaid. But it's just... it don't make no fucking sense.
Bucky suffered a painful epiphany, and he suddenly felt like a wagon full of horse apples. I didn't know, said Bucky softly. Look, please don't try. Usually when I say thank you, I just use words. We unicorns pride ourselves on our ability to converse.
That's too much. Get rid of that. Okay.
Converse. Physicality is shunned in favor of intellectual pursuits. I didn't know how you communicated or that you used visual expression in place of verbal.
If you heard that, physicality is shunned in favor of intellectual disputes. Does that mean unicorns don't fuck? It's like, what the fuck?
In place of verbal. I guess we had a moment as a unicorn and a Pegasus, explained Bucky. He reached up gently and wiped Derpy's face with a fetlock. And then Derpy saw it again. That look she had seen earlier in Bucky's eyes. And then Derpy saw it again. That look she had seen. That look she had seen earlier in Bucky's eyes. She sniffled, feeling his fetlock on her muzzle, her eyes still stinging with tears. The long-winded unicorn seemed genuinely sorry, and Derpy felt confused and unsettled by all the words. Words seemed awkward, and she really didn't understand what was being said. Is she actually retarded?
Yeah. As I was narrating this, I had my own little commentary, which I'm going to keep, mind you.
Bucky suffered a second painful epiphany as he stared up at the gray mare. She was confused, hurt, and suffering, having opened her heart up to him, explaining to him exactly how she communicated and how she felt, and Bucky had ignored all of it.
Words seem awkward. Oh, man. Fuck, I gotta stop staring at that.
All of it. Instead, he had gone off on a long-winded explanation of his actions, using words, leaving the poor mare even more confused and hurt. Even more confused and hurt. Bucky suddenly had a flash of memory from when he was in Celestia's school for gifted unicorns, and had pulled on Ophidia's mane, and Celestia had personally raked him over the coals. He could almost...
I'm not sure what that clicking was.
Coals. He could almost hear her voice lecturing him right now. He winced, embarrassed from the painful memory and his current situation. There was only one thing he could do. He took a deep breath and tried to prepare himself for what had happened.
Oh wait a minute, Zaid, what did you want me to use that song for? Did you like like a suggestion of what you want me to use it for would be nice. My face feels funny.
He grappled Derpy around her barrel, pulling around her barrel, pull, pulling in her in for a hug, squeezing as hard as his fatigued legs would allow, and then finding it within himself to squeeze just a little more.
Replacing random bits of dialogue with pieces of the song. Can I just use it's not as if it would make less sense. Could I You know what, that's not a bad idea. But wouldn't it be better if I had just replaced that certain bits of dialogue with a Trump speech, with a Trump inauguration speech?
He saw Derpy's eyes close and her muzzle squirt. He saw Derpy's eyes close and her muzzle scrunch.
Go away, little weird clicks. No, not that. Okay. That would be nice.
Her muzzle scrunch. He couldn't help but notice how soft and warm she was against him. Pegasi pelts were different.
I'll be right back. I'll see you later, Zed. How about you, Bleeding? Do you have any ideas? I know you're there. I see you in the thing. Oh, and Cosmo's here too. How are you, Cosmo?
Her muzzle scrunch. He couldn't help but notice how soft and warm she was against him. Pegasi pelts were different. Against him.
I'm fine. Are you fine? Can you really say that with the utmost conviction that you seem to say it with?
She was against him. Pegasi pelts were different. Thicker. She was against him. Pegasi pelts were different. Thicker. Made for insulation at high altitudes and water resistance. That's as hard as I can squeeze. I'm sorry, said Bucky, apologizing. Bucky's breath shot out of his body with a whistling wheeze as suddenly he was squeezed back. He could hear his bones creaking and popping. I accept.
In that case, I am merely okay. It's good that you're honest, Cosmo. That's the words I've said. Fuck, I'm drunk.
I accept, said Derpy, her eyes still closed, smushing the unicorn beneath her. Smushing the unicorn beneath her. Smushing.
Smushy. Smush.
Smushing the unicorn beneath her. After a few moments, she let go and got back up on her hooves.
Yeah, I noticed. Don't. Wait, that's my own voice. I'm stupid.
How can I make it up to you? Asked Bucky. How can I make it up to you?
You're gonna like the rest of the stream once I'm finished editing this particular little thingy. Because we're gonna play some horror games, Cosmo. I don't know if you go to the thread, but we're doing it.
Bucky. You just did, replied Derpy. A hug makes it better? Asked Bucky. A hug makes it better?
Been a fum fuck for years now. Oh, I'd fum fuck you.
Asked Bucky. Well, yeah, answered Derpy. This is riveting fucking dialogue. You hugged me. You hugged me and you meant it, right? She added. Yes, but usually there's some kind of required gesture to go along with an apology, explained Bucky, still laying on his back in the dirt.
So I want to specify. The story is called The Chase, right? The chase is over. The chase the chase itself is fucking over. In the second chapter, the actual chase part, which is Derpy chasing Bucky, is over. So, chapter 3 is the chapter where they fuck, and then that's the end. But it's not.
There is,
Wait, where am I?
explained Bucky, still laying on his back in the dirt. There is, asked Derpy. Yes. Yes, usually some action is taken, some thoughtful and considerate action, showing that you actually feel bad about what you've done and have a desire to recompense for your actions, offered Bucky.
What is this big old one? What the fuck? Get out of here. What did I do as I was recording this?
A hug does that without all the silly words. A hug does that without all the silly words. A hug does that without all the silly words, Derpy retorted. Simpler to do. Everything you said sounds complicated. I suppose it does, conceded Bucky. Derpy smiled. You're a nice...
So there's like 2.5 million words without the within the actual chase, which is, I'm gonna assume what you said. The actual chase. Great. Well, see, I didn't read a whole lot, but I did narrate a couple chapters of the chase, which you'll find on my YouTube. Apparently there's some fucking bullshit with mythological creatures, and it's just, I don't understand why the author continues to write. This could have been a romantic slice of life full of misunderstandings and comedic situations, but for some reason he went this epoch route in which Bucky and his harem of bearers and a couple stallions, I think, go on this rambunctious adventure to save the planet. So I don't... It's like, what the fuck? Know when to end your story.
Everything you said sounds complicated. I suppose it does, conceded Bucky. Derpy smiled. You're a nice pony, said Derpy. Derpy slowly got up on... Bucky smiled. You're a nice pony, said Derpy. Bucky slowly got up on his hooves, dusting himself off. Derpy helped him, brushing him with her wing. Her ticklish touch caused him to shiver strangely. Will you allow me to still try to make this up to you? Asked Bucky. Okay, agreed Derpy, now smiling. So what do we do? She asked. I don't know, admitted Bucky, still trying to orient himself. It occurs to me there are a lot of problems happen because the tribes still don't know how to talk to one another.
Oh shit, I didn't start download for them games. Fuck. Cool beans.
She asked. I don't know, admitted Bucky, still trying to orient himself. It occurs to me there are a lot of problems happen because the tribes still don't know how to talk to one another, said Bucky, thinking out loud. Derpy looked thoughtful. Her muzzle scrunched, chewing on her own lip. I thought you were hunting me, Bucky confessed. I was hunting you, but I thought you...
Glad to see your bag, Zade.
Derpy looked thoughtful, her muzzle scrunched, chewing on her own lip. I thought you were hunting...
Yeah, just cut down that little space there a bit.
I thought you were hunting me, Bucky confessed. I was hunting you, but I thought you wanted to be hunted, replied Derpy. We Pegasi chase one another. You gave all of the signs, Derpy added. I did? Asked Bucky, genuinely puzzled.
Do you hear his dialogue? I thought you were hunting me, said Derpy. I was, said Derpy. You were? Said Bucky. I was, said Derpy. Why were you hunting me? Said Bucky. It's like, what the fuck? I could make more riveting dialogue in my fucking toilet. Did I miss any riveting plot points? You missed that the cultural differences between the three tribes of ponies, Earth Pony, Unicorn, and Pegasi, would have meant the destruction of equestrian society long ago. Because Kudzu Haiku is fucking retarded. I shouldn't say that. But he is.
No fucking sense. You touched my...
Oh shit.
Derpy added. I did? Asked Bucky, genuinely puzzled. This make no fucking sense. You touched my cheek, gave me a sweet look, and then you ran.
I always suspected the chase was a nuanced work. I forget what words mean right now. Nuance means dumb, right?
Cheek, gave me a sweet look, and then you ran. You touched me. You touched me and I thought that you meant you liked me. I thought I was
on the cock.
meant you liked me. I thought it was an invitation.
Yeah.
I was a little confused. Derpy explained.
Get rid of that.
Explained. And you looked me right in the eye. Hardly any pony ever looks me in the eye anymore. Derpy explained. And you looked me right in the eye. Hardly any pony ever looks me in the eye anymore. So when you ran...
Nuance. By subtle shades of meaning or expression. So yes.
So when you ran...
Nuanced in the way that it's stupid. So maybe the author is like some kind of secret genius, and he made this retarded plot to make us all look smart. Not in the eyes, though, just the eye. Well, Cosmo, Derpy does have the fucking thing with her eyes where it looks that way and the other way and whatever, so the eye would make sense.
So when you ran, I wasn't sure if you were being snobby or if you actually wanted me to chase you. So I chased you. Derpy finished. You lifted me into the air. It scared me. I thought you were going to fly away with me, so I...
Oh, my phone went off. What's it say? Oh, the fucking fight for the future. Maybe it's an experiment to see how much nonsense can be crammed into a single story. That's not a bad idea, Zaid. I like your theory as much as I like my own penis.
You lifted me into the air. It scared me. I thought you were going to fly away with me, so I couldn't escape. I'm actually curious to understand what you meant by that, said Bucky. Carrying Zamponi in flight... Carrying Zamponi in flight is how we build trust. I wanted to show you that I liked you, that you could trust me. I had you safe and secure, and I would have never dropped you or allowed harm to come to you, explained Derpy. Carrying...
Shit, fucking damn it.
...to you or allowed harm to come to you, explained Derpy. Bucky slumped. I thought I meant something else. I thought you were... You know what? You know what? Never mind what I thought. It was a flat out wrong. It was a flat out wrong. I was flat out wrong.
Okay.
I was flat out wrong. And all these words just feel stupid now.
All these words just feel stupid. It's how my brain feels. But I read the story.
Grumbled Bucky. Derpy smiled and snoot bumped Bucky gently. I was probably wrong.
Get that fucking silence out of here.
I was probably wrong about a lot of things, confessed Bucky.
See, blah blah Bucky, blah blah Derpy, blah blah Bucky. It's fucking... I'd rather shoot myself than read another fucking...
So when are you two gonna do something? All this talking is boring, cried Rain...
sample that bit of audio and play it in the background from time to time of your video, Zaid? Of the song?
So when are you two gonna do something? All this talking is boring, cried Rainbow Dash, sitting on a low
No. The thing Bucky said. Can you be more specific about how nothing makes sense? Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Zaid. This makes no fucking sense.
cloud and looking impatient. There should be a chase or something. Some pony needs to be chasing some pony else. All this sappy stuff is painful to look and listen to, exclaimed Rainbow Dash. Derpy gently reached up and touched Bucky's face, rubbing her fetlock against his cheek. This is a Pegasus invitation, she explained, and then she turned tail and ran away, her wings folded securely against her body.
Why did I make all these long-ass spaces where nothing happens? Am I retarded?
Against her body. Bucky stood there, still fatigued, his muscles sore, watching Derpy sprint away. Don't just stand there, stupid! It's rude to leave her hanging! Exclaimed Rainbow Dash, waving her forelegs excitedly. Bucky realized that the flock of Pegasi were all looking at him expectantly, waiting, some of them wide-eyed, many of them confused. Bucky heaved
Leave you empty space.
Bucky heaved a sigh and trotted after Derpy, his sides still aching from his long run and being squeezed nearly to death. As he began to run, the Pegasi took wing and began to follow.
Might just be some secondhand retardation from the stuff you've been reading. You have a point, Cosmo. I should read something good. Something like a good story. What was that one fucking thing? Shit, I forgot what it was called. Here, let's look it up. I think I have it in my thing. Previously read list. Damn it. I cannot push buttons for shit. Like All American Girl. Oh god, I'd rather kill myself than do that. No, not that one. 2 and 2 asleep. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Here's a good story. Reading Room number 36 by Flash Gen. It's a spooky. It's a good one too. I don't like the ending, but I did like the story.
Bucky heaved a sigh and trotted after Derpy. I took wing and began to follow, urging him on and
Flash Gen is good. I'm glad you agree, Zaid.
follow, urging him on and urging him on.
Get this shit out of here.
Urging him on and giving him firm shoves to get him moving. Get moving, ground pounder!
Oh, and apparently, any pony that doesn't have wings, Earth Pony or Unicorn, is called a ground pounder.
Get moving, ground pounder! Urged Rainbow Dash, swatting his backside.
That sounds like a racial slur,
It sounds like a racial slur.
doesn't it? It's like equivalent of calling a Mexican bean farmer or a guava farmer, doesn't it?
Bucky was almost certain he was going to die at any moment. He lay on the grass, gasping for air. Derpy standing nearby. She was preening her wings and not the least bit winded. The flock of Pegasi were gone, giving them some privacy.
Yeah, it does sound like that. Thank you, Cosmo. Thank you. Bucky isn't dying fast enough. Well, stereotypical pirates call non-pirates landlubbers. It's landlubbers. You landlubber. Army hearties, I'm gonna pirate Undertale and not pay for it. Ha ha ha.
Bucky knew it had to be the oxygen deprivation, but for a moment, Derpy looked exceptionally beautiful, standing in profile, one long primary feather slowly sliding through her lips, her eyes narrowed in concentration. Oxygen deprivation and pheromones. Biology conspired mercilessly against poor Bucky.
What's that weird little squeak?
Biology conspired mercilessly. Merciless.
I don't know what that is. I don't know how to deal with it. So it's just gonna stay there because fuck. The Chase is a piece of shit story. It does not deserve the type of editing it would take to get rid of random little squeaks within dialogue. Repeat the squeak ad nauseum.
No pony has chased me in a long time. Conspired merciless. Conspired merciless.
I'll copy that little bit of audio just for you, Zaid. I'll sprinkle it in, that little squeak, around the audio as it goes on. Just as you're listening, you just hear merce with a little tiny squeak in it.
Mercilessly against poor Bucky. No pony has chased me in a long time, Derpy confessed, letting go of...
Get rid of that. That's way too long. Bit of silence.
Derpy confessed, letting go of her wing feathers as she spoke. It feels not... Spoke. It feels nice being chased, she added. Derpy slowly walked over to Bucky, who was laying on his side, smiling at him shyly.
I jumped into a random chapter, and there's more of these weird slurs. What the fuck is fetlock biter supposed to mean? Oh, maybe it means that someone who's into the hoof fetish. Like how a human is into a foot fetish, a fetlock biter is somebody who's into a hoof fetish. Or at least the fur that would cover a hoof. Who bites fetlocks? I'd bet $10 on that, Zaid.
I really hope we can chase one another again, said Derpy, in quiet but hopeful voice. Bucky nodded, unable to speak.
Derp Bucky. So a fetlock biter would be like someone who licks the hair on a person's toes. Ugh, yeah. Blech, but yeah. That would be it. Or bites it. Who bites hair? That'd be fucking painful for the guy who's getting bitten.
Bucky nodded, unable to speak. You're not in very good shape, Derpy remarked.
Oh, and that's the little bit. You're not in very good shape. Is Derpy calling Bucky fat? Is she into thick? THICC?
Derpy remarked. Bucky shook his head no. I can help you exercise, exclaimed Derpy. We can keep chasing each other. Derpy remarked. The thought pained Bucky to no end, but he said nothing, having already done enough harm to the poor mare.
That's still too long. Screw that.
Harm to the poor mare. I was in love with a unicorn once.
Oh, this is the bit where Derpy just decides. Does the author feel the need to name drop Chase as often as possible? The thought of exercise caused him pain to no end. The thought of exercise to me causes pain to no end because I'm a fat bastard. Sorry, I've been taking care of some loose ends. Jeez, be back. Okay. Oh, fuck, I lost my place, damn it.
But he said nothing, having already done enough harm to the poor mare.
Oh, yeah. So this is the part where Derpy just decides to explain her life story, at least her romantic life story, to this fucking random unicorn who decided to chase her for some reason. Fuck, I want some raisins now.
But he said nothing, having already done enough harm to the poor mare. I was in love with a unicorn once, Derby said sadly.
Ugh.
He gave me what I thought were all the right signs. I thought he loved me. He wined and dined with me and said such sweet unicorn words to me.
Such sweet unicorn words. Well, she's retarded, so I'll let that one pass. Aw, Cosmo, that's mean. But it's not wrong, but it's mean. We shouldn't point these things out, Cosmo. Tell you what, though, we have to let Bleedin get a few words in. Oh, hey, I have a question. Where the hell are they? Oh, didn't you missed it? It was in some field in the grass. Some field, whatever, doesn't matter. They're in a field somewhere. We're gonna let Zaid have a chance to come back. I am gonna mute my microphone while I take a piss. And I am back. I don't know how to get rid of background noise. I'm retarded. If someone could explain how to work with a CAD U37 USB microphone, I would very much appreciate it. Alright, let's continue the editing of this retarded ass fucking bullshit.
He wrote me poetry that I didn't understand.
Oh, fuck.
He wrote me poetry that I didn't understand. But what got me going was that he touched me in all the right ways.
He wrote me poetry I didn't understand, but he touched me in all the right ways. Either record in a closet or stuff your walls with bags of clothes. That helps. Well, see, the computer I record all of my stuff is in the kitchen, or at least the dining room, because that's the only room in the house that I'm in, which is in an apartment, that actually has this. That, whatever. That's where my computer is. It's in the kitchen. I've been trying to get the computer in a different room in the house, but for now, it's in the kitchen. dining room. A room that's very close to the kitchen. Either way, it's a bit echoey. I don't fucking...
He wrote me poetry that I didn't understand. But what got me going was that he touched me in all the right ways. He knew how to speak Pegasus. Bucky.
Okay, now see, that line of dialogue there, he knew how to speak Pegasus, that means that the Pegasus way of speaking is a learnable language. Do you need to be in an actual closet, or do you need to be decloseted? Anyway, that line of dialogue there, that means that Pegasus is a learnable language. Now, so that means that there are people out there who don't know the Pegasus language. So, is it Derpy's fault for not knowing that Bucky doesn't know the Pegasus language, or is it Bucky's fault for not learning the Pegasus language, considering that Pegasi is a part of the population of Equestria? And how is it that me, who is drunk, thinks about this kind of shit?
Bucky felt a sharp stabbing pain in his barrel. He couldn't tell if it was from running or Derpy's words.
It's the school system's fault. Oh, that reminds me. Chapter 3 has the school system, has a school, not school system, has the school in Ponyville, where Cheerilee is punishing Dinky for doing a Pegasus thing against Diamond Tiara. But even though that Cheerilee is a teacher, she doesn't know about the Pegasus thing that Dinky does to Diamond Tiara. This fucking story, I would not be remiss if all of a sudden the chase was deleted off of FimFiction. That's just absolutely retarded. I agree with you, Cosmo. I agree with you.
He left me high and dry, and all I have of him is Dinky. Derpy finished. Derpy finished, now looking at Bucky. One eye closed, she could study him with a good focused eye. I saw...
Okay, I understand the words you're using, but that's about it.
I saw something in your eyes that made me like you, she confessed.
So, that's another thing. The only reason that Derpy seems to like Bucky is because of the way that he looked at her. This is more stupid than the average romantic story written by an 8-year-old. Oh, I wonder if the fucking author of the story is in the stream right now. just seething with pissed off anger. Someone should like him. I command you, Cosmo, to do that.
I know, she confessed. I don't want to hurt you, wheezed Bucky. I know. That makes this a little easier, knowing you don't speak Pegasus, answered Derpy, now moving closer to Bucky.
Or having a wank at the thought of someone talking about it. Oh, I bet he's that kind of guy who just gets hard as a rock when someone is thinking, that fucking Kudzu Haiku, what a fucking dipshit. Shit.
Do you want to have dinner? Bucky asked bluntly. My foals will be out of school soon. I need to be home.
Don't whistle. He's online on FimFic right now. Do it, Cosmo. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I'll give you $1. No, I won't do that. I don't have $1 to give.
I need to be home with them, replied Derpy.
Wait, does that sound right?
Out of school soon. I need to be home with them, replied Derpy. Another time then. Please let me make this up to you. No strings attached. I just want to do something nice, Bucky offered. It doesn't.
There we are.
Bucky offered. It doesn't bother you that I have foals?
Oh, that fucking squeak is back again. Maybe he could explain what the hell is going on. I hope you're able to get him on stream. I'd love to talk to him, and I'd love for him to watch as I play the Luna games because I'm playing them. Full. Damn. Full or false? Okay. Full or false? Fuck, am I gonna die? Okay. Full or false? I think she said false. Let me check.
What got me going was that he touched me in all the right ways. He knew how to speak Pegasus. Bucky felt a sharp stabbing pain in his barrel. He couldn't tell if it was from running or Derby's words. He left me high and dry, and all I have of him is Dinky. Derby finished, now looking at Bucky. One eye closed, she could study him with a good focused eye. I saw something in your eyes that made me like you, she confessed. I don't want to hurt you.
Get rid of these all like. Fuck, am I dying? I drank too much booze, I'm gonna die.
She confessed. I don't want to hurt you, wheezed Bucky. I know. That makes this a little easier, knowing you don't speak Pegasus, answered Derby, now moving closer to Bucky. Do you want to have dinner? Bucky asked bluntly. My foals will be out of school soon.
Foals. Dingy and the other bitch. Is it Foals? Actually, I had to check now. Now that you asked that. Over there? Fuck. The chase. Look at that motherfucker, he's online. Chapter 2. My foals will be out of school soon. I need to be home with them. Folds Cosmo. So, that means that that one bitch, whatever her name was, is still in school. Or Derpy has 2 children. Which is kind of retarded. Let's continue on with the thing,
answered Derby, now moving closer to Bucky. Do you want to have dinner? Bucky asked bluntly. My foals will be out of school soon. I need to be home with them, replied Derby. Another time then. Please let me make this up to you. No strings attached. I just want to do something nice, Bucky offered. It doesn't bother you that I have foals?
Oh, there's that squeak again! Fucking... What was that squeak? Was it this thing? Ow. I have this lamp. The Kuzu Haizu Pazuzu has been PM'd. That's a great name. I have this lamp that's attached to my desk. It does squeak, but not nearly as loud as that thing in the fucking story. Kuzuzu. That's that fucking ghost in Ghostbusters. Zuzu. Oh wait, no, it was Zool. Zool. Ah, Ghostbusters. What a great time. What a great movie. The ancient Sumerian demons of farts. No. You're thinking of Mithra Moth. Have you reached the fart fetish part? Is there a fart fetish part? I think you're thinking of Mithra Moth. Pazuzu is from The Exorcist. Yeah. Anyway, Mithra Moth is a guy who likes farts and smelly things that come from the anus. Not. I think this guy just likes writing long words.
It doesn't bother you that I have folds? Have folds? Folds? Folds?
I believe there is. Mithra isn't into scat. No, Mithra is the guy. Look, fuck it, I'll show this to you. I don't know. I'll show this to you. Look. No, that's not how you spell that. Myth. All the shit blends together after so many years. Mithril Moth. The life of my. What? Damn it. Let's just put moth. See what that comes up. Fuck, I'm stupid. Okay. Mithril Moth. There we go. Okay. Had to happen sooner or later. Okay. So, let me tell you. Mirror Wars. Curtain Call. The Alicorn Pool. Where are you? I'll back you up on that one, BG. Yes, okay. Thank you, Cosmo. He literally has a story called The Fart. And I know for a fact there's another story in which Silver Spoon takes a dump all over Diamond Tiara. Like, lump, lump. It's called lump, lump, sugar, lump, dump. I think that's wrong. I can't speak words. But you know what I mean. Oh, hey, I commented on that one. Still, that's what it is. He has a fart fetish, but he's too prideful to admit it.
It doesn't bother you that I have folds?
You know what I'm gonna do?
Folds? 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 Have folds? I have folds?
Oh, that's right.
Folds? Are you that I have folds? I have. Are you that I have folds?
Oh.
It does.
Wait, he has a fart fetish, so he writes scat to mask that. Can you? It's all the same disgusting bullshit that comes out of your ass. Is this a die-hard level plan of covering your crimes with something far worse? Do not question the logic of the moth. It's all the same bullshit. Smelly farts, smelly shit, it all comes out of the ass. You can quote that. I'll make that a thing that you can... exclamation point thing. Oh yeah. Exclamation point Mithril Moth. And then I'll say that quote whenever you type that into chat. I'll see if I can make that a thing. The thing is though, with Twitch, you have to be partnered, you have to have an audience of at least 500 people every time you stream, and you have to stream more than 3 times a week. See, I was thinking about doing that, but I don't have the audience. I want the emoticons. I want the kappas. Whatever, you don't care about this shit.
Are you that I have folds? It doesn't bother you that I have folds? It doesn't bother you that I have folds? Derpy asked. It doesn't bother you that I am a jerk? Bucky replied. There was a misunderstanding, said Derpy patiently. so then I have a chance to make it up to you? Bucky asked. Maybe.
I misheard folds as folds. Ah, it doesn't bother you that I have folds, that my vagina resembles roast beef. Oh, God.
Bucky asked. Maybe, but if you want me, you're gonna have to chase me a bit more.
Oh, but there it is. I can't find it right now, but there's some point in a MM fic, Mythromoth, I assume, where Scooter Dude is taking a shit while singing, oh, this is how we poo it. I'm certain someone posted it in the thread at some time. That does sound familiar, Cosmo, but mainly because, yes, I remember that screen cap. Yes, that's right. That was a thing that Mythromoth posted at one point. Because, see, I narrated a couple Mythromoth stories that you'll find on my YouTube channel, where I didn't say them in those videos, but as I was reading them, I was saying, Mythromoth, just admit it. You have a fart fetish and a scat fetish. Just admit it. It's like, be proud of who you are. Put the rainbow filter on your Facebook icon. Use the rainbow kappa emoticon. Be prideful. Vote for gay marriage. Like Trump Pence 2017.
Bucky asked. Maybe, but if you want me, you're gonna have to chase me a bit more. Derpy giggled, spreading her wings and then flying away. Bucky waved as she left, and then he lay there upon the ground, feeling thoughtful. She was giving him a chance.
Oh, boy.
She was giving him a chance to make things up, which was really very surprising in light of the revelation she had been hurt before.
We're almost done.
Bucky felt a pang of worry, suddenly even more guilty about hurting her. She seemed so sweet and harmless now that he understood her intentions. He didn't seem very brutish at all.
Wait, what? Am I retarded?
She didn't seem...
Okay.
She didn't seem very brutish at all. In fact, if anything, she seemed fragile. A thought scared Bucky, filling his mind with worry. Now he felt like the brute. He'd been careless and acted thoughtlessly, seeing the world only through unicorn eyes, forgetting that he was also a pony. Nothing made sense. 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 This bothered Bucky. Things had to make sense or else the world fell apart. Unicorns had an innate need to understand everything. The wall-eyed mare had turned the entire world upside down.
So just because Bucky met one Pegasus who had a lazy eye, all of a sudden the world didn't make sense anymore.
Down. Her world upside down. As Derpy flew home, she felt conflicted, torn between fear and hope. Her world upside down.
Damn it.
Flew home, she felt conflicted, torn between fear and hope. She hated to admit it, but she was lonely. While some of the Pegasi were friendly enough towards her, no pony wanted to chase her in some sort of...
Hey, I'm just listening to a story written by a lunatic, and I feel the world doesn't make sense anymore. She might have a lazy eye, but by the description, he sounds like the rest of him is a lazy fat ass. Well, he's a unicorn, and as you know, unicorns are snarks. Fuck, I'm gonna get a hangover.
While some of the Pegasi were friendly enough towards her, no pony wanted to chase her in some sort of meaningful way.
Oh, and apparently, chasing is some sort of affection to Pegasi. I know that seemed like obvious from before, but apparently it's equivalent to um play oh, foreplay during sex. I don't understand. I want to squeeze my hands around the neck of the story and scream in his face. What is wrong with you? What does it mean? So a courtship ritual. Oh no. Oh, Zaid, what's wrong? What's wrong, Zaid? Tell us what's wrong. There's a different kind of sex in which chasing can be foreplay. Oh, don't be saying that now.
While some of the Pegasi were friendly enough towards her,
Yeah, that's what I had in mind.
while some of the Pegasi were friendly enough towards her,
So, are Cosmo, Zaid, bleeding, if you're reading? Is the chase just one giant analog, I guess, for rape? Have we discovered why? Have we discovered this? Is this a discovery?
while some of the Pegasi were friendly enough towards her, no pony wanted to chase her in some sort of meaningful way. Her eyes made her an undesirable target as a mate. Pegasi needed good eyes. Derby understood the reservations, but she resented their rejection. Things had started out rough with Bucky, but she held on to that observation.
I'm just listening. I'm getting secondhand rape from this story. Hot damn, Zayn.
But she held on.
Do you think people who have the rape fetish but don't actually want to rape people feel bad about it? Do you think, as Kudzu Haiku writes the story, he just thinks, "Oh man, I'm a garbage human being."
But she held on to her observation. What she had seen several times now flashed in his eyes, and the way he had behaved after some level of understanding had been achieved. Most of all, he had looked her in the eyes several times and hadn't turned away. It made her heart race just thinking about it. Even Dinky's father had trouble meeting her gaze, but used it as a chance to apologize and say pretty words, trying to soothe her injured feelings.
We're almost done. Almost done. We got like that much to go. That much. That much. Well, a lot of people justify using a creative outlet for their fetishes because that way they're not hurting anyone. That's a good point, Zaid.
Derby felt confused and unsure.
See, but then that's the argument for lots of lolicon hentai artists, I believe. At least that's what I've heard. Yeah. Did you know lolicon is illegal in Canada? That's a thing. But a lot of the people, that's what I've heard. A lot of the people that get arrested for lolicon hentai in Canada don't go to court because it's not considered, you know, hurting anyone. Or at least, as far as they go, they don't actually get jail time. They might get fined, but that's the extent. Did you know that, Zaid? And Cosmo? And whoever's watching this?
Derby felt confused and unsure. What she needed was some extra squeezy hugs from her foals and some time spent in a bubble bath so she could think about everything she had observed. Maybe even some time in the bubble bath with Dinky and Rubber Ducky.
Oh, that's right. Apparently there's a bit of incest. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. It's innocent enough. Having a bath with your child is not incest. I'm stupid. I should kill myself.
One thing was clear in all of this muddled mess.
There's one person less watching the stream. I think the legal stance of lolicon hentai scared him. No, I don't know the finer points of pornography legislation on your side of the pond. I'm not in Canada, Cosmo. I'm not actually. I'm in California. Fuck. This.
One thing
I'm not in Canada.
One thing was clear in all of this muddled mess. The invitation to Chase had been accepted. One thing was clear in all of this muddled mess. The invitation to Chase had been accepted. Oh, fucking...
I'm gonna keep that, but silence it. Okay, and silence that.
Oh, fucking...
And we're done. We are done with The Chase by Kudzu Haiku, Chapter 2. Now then, we are going to play... Well, first we're going to save this. Export, actually. Export as... Woo! Yay! You're all so excited. Also, all that I know about Legal Lolicon comes from the story where Rarity wants to fuck little boys. Zayd, you're gonna have to share that with me. Yeah, we're done. So, we're gonna save this as... Save. Get out of here. Wait, did I save that as a WAV? Shit. No, okay, we're good. We're gonna get rid of that? Yeah, it's fine. Guess what we're gonna do now? We're gonna play a horror game. Luna Game 2, because 1 is a virus. So I gotta mess with the camera a bit. Hold on. How do I... Shit. Nope, that's too big. Ah, fuck. Am I retarded? Alright. Well, I gotta change the edit. A she-devil in plain sight. Well, there it is. I'll put that in my read later. Thank you for that, Zayd. I am gonna start the thing. As soon as I figure out... Fuck. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, good enough. Alright. We are going to play this. This. Please note that WinRAR is not free. I know this. Close. Go away. Oh, that's right. I got it. An app on your PC needs a fuck. Go away. We're gonna play this. Guess what? We're playing a video game. Hold shift to run. Shit. Why is it not moving? There we go. Look at this video game. Whatever. I have to use Windows 10 and I'll go. Look at this. Audio from the game, and I left the mic still too loud. Shit. How's that? It's gonna turn into a screamer, so what does it matter? You should probably turn down your own volume. Better. Okay. So it's like 1 pixel right now. So if I turn it down any lower, you're not gonna hear me. Not perfect, better. Okay, whatever. Maybe I should just turn up my own mic. How's that? Give me updates on how it sounds. It's okay out of 10. Fuck it, we're just gonna go on. Let's go, let's get jump scared. Oh, you should probably turn down the volume. This is a jump scare game. There it is. Okay. Oh, a little glitch there. And now we move as slow as a snail. And then we jump down this pit. And that's the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen! Speedrun, 10 out of 10. Am I supposed to be scared by the bad gameplay? No, you're supposed to be scared by the you died. And that's it. That's Luna Game 2. There's 3, 4, 0, and there's 4 more games of this. You're supposed to be scared that this is the future of game development. That's good. So I'm trying to get to it's a narrative-driven experience. I'm supposed to, so this, I'm not sure how long this lasts, but you can't do anything for as long as it's going. It's gotta go through this whole thing. Back, what did I miss? Jeez, Bleeding, you missed the whole thing, and now we've already finished Luna Game 2. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, we're playing Bleeding. We're playing through the Luna games, excluding the Luna game, the first one, simply because that is a virus. Oh, god damn it! Get out of here, fucking thing. Luna Game 6 when? That's not even a 5! At least, not a 5 made by the person. Ah, shit. Alright, I'm gonna have to cut the stream for a bit. Stick around. This is not the end of the stream. I'm just closing some windows so I don't have to deal with this fucking thing again. Alright, stick around.